Hey guys, BBI here. I want to stop and say thanks for tuning in and checking out whatever the video is about that's about ready to come up next. If you could take a minute and hit subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you enjoy what you've seen here, make sure to hit the like button. We'd greatly appreciate your support. Anyhow, guys, all that aside, let's get on with the show. It's heavy. So it's either a 4-pill or a 2-pill. Let's see what we got. Ta-da! 2-pill. Okay. Little EPD transformer in it. Sweet. It's looking like it's had some problems. It's got RF parts, 2879 173 Qs in it. And yeah. Guy wants it modified, so it's got good transistors in it. He says he wants Toshiba's. We're not going to even try and test run it. We're just going to take it apart. You can tell that this one's been popped before. It's been a little popped. So let's strip it apart, clean it up, get ready to do our job to it. It's going to be a very quick, short, and to the point video. We're going to change our output capacitance cap on our output transformer, our swampy capacitor. We're going to change out our 2 transistors, change out our flybacks, upgrade our power wire lead, and we're going to change out our tuning cap so it's metal clad. And away we go. So this is just living proof that if you take good parts and surround them with more good parts, you get good power. I replaced the 280 puff cap that was here with a 330 1%. Took and replaced the dual 500s that were here and replaced it with a 1000 metal clad. Over here in the back corner, tucked down in here behind the power distribution, is a new metal clad capacitor, a set of dishibimajibby, which could get hot in the future and break down. We got rid of this little tiny guy, replaced it with this big beautiful red thing. Replaced these 2 disc capacitors and 100 ohm resistors as flybacks that are 2 different capacitor values, by the way. And replaced them with 103s with 5 watt resistors as flyback buffers. And then we took out the RFP 173Q and the HG 2879 1608. That's what was in here. It's these 2 guys. I'm not going to enter in on a conversation yet on if this is cool or not to replace a 173Q with a 1608. That's a time for another video. But needless to say, all the parts are matched now and within 1% tolerance. So, over here, we have ourselves a 1000 watt slug. And we're in PEP. We have our 1000 watt slug in average and our 5 watt slug in reverse. So let's do this. First, let me show you drive. Make sure the Dave made 2 pills off. Hello. 20 watts of drive equals 400 watts of power, which is pretty good, taking into account we got 20 watts going in. Up here, keep going, next bird meter, there we go. That's our input tune. Here's our pass-through tune. Otherwise, we can talk through it perfectly and transmit into it beautifully. So 20 whole friggin' watts of power. One. Okay. Let's try this in the blind. Now, what I don't like about this particular cabinet is that it's got one of these boards and heat sinks in it. It's got the ICA manufacturing 2-pill board in it, which I'd feel happier if it had this board in it, much bigger. About another inch worth of heat sink. So, to the guy that owns this amplifier, I gotta tell you, man, straight up, honest to God, you're gonna wanna keep putting your hand back here until you get used to running it to find out what kind of heat you're getting out of it. Because it's only got a heat sink on it that's about that friggin' wide. Maybe about that wide. So it's teeny tiny. Teeny tiny. Just a couple inches. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna run the brakes out of this thing and we're gonna see what our maximum power is. Now, we're on a good EPD transformer. Okay. Let's look at our data spec. 20 amp at 15 volts on our secondary. Okay, so we're gonna assume that we've got a stable 110 volts going in. This is primary, 60 hertz, single phase, 120 volts. So at 15 volts times 1 point, no, learn how to do your math, man. It means right now resting and floating along, we've got 21 volts worth of jizz hitting these transistors. So they're volted pretty hard. So we'll see what happens when we hit it with a little bit more drive. So now we got our striker hooked up, our 490. This is going to be just like a 1 driving 2. Okay. So we're seeing about 120 watts worth of drive. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 150. 550 watts worth of peak power. Good parts, good transistors. We have a good end result. There's a voltage regulator down underneath this mess of disc capacitors, which means this is going to turn at a constant rate. Let me hook this thing up, verify everything is working, and we're done. The fan is running. I took and I hooked this up to a committed 15 amp connection. Before I was running it on just a power strip that I've got sitting here at the edge of my workbench. This is a committed dedicated 15 amp connection for the box. So this is where we're going to achieve our absolute most out of this thing. Nice cool air. 525 watts. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Hello, audio 1 2 1 2. I can live with that. So, at the end of the day, Dave made 2x4, and this is Dave made Moby, by the way, you guys. We don't want to get the two confused. Dave made Moby. Dave made Moby 2x4. Hit it with 120 watts, you're gonna get about 500 watts out of it, base unit. Well, gentlemen, I gotta run. I got a bunch of other projects. I gotta jump onto the 16 pill from hell, get that sucker finished up. That should be out the next day or so. That's what I'm spending all day tomorrow on. I did a 2-pill video on another thing, did another thing, and another thing, and another thing today. But this video, this particular one, gets to be made public. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Gentlemen, my name is VBI. I'm with a shout out. I'm the biggest mod duck in Idaho. Come check us out, www.vbims.com, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, of course, right here on YouTube. Gargoyle, first time you're watching my video, please take a minute and click subscribe. Also, I take great pride in the fact that I don't say, "What up, guys?" at the beginning of every one of my videos. Kind of caught myself in a YouTube binging thing the other night. Every single video was some guy going, "What up, guys?" I personally think it's funny. Gentlemen, I gotta run. You guys be good. Big shout out to Siglent, Excess Power, Bird, Coaxial Dynamics, and a big thanks to all of you. I'll see you on the next one. Click, click, click. I'll see you.